glad I didn't decide to. Sorry, I dropped the words. I'm glad I didn't decide to slow down this match because the match went exactly as we planned. Asashi won. Well, that was no surprise. I knew it, you guys knew it, everyone knew it. And this is me, the angry anime fan, the spare reviewer, and this is Shokugeki no Soma chapter 296. As said before, Tsukasa the arrogant lost. However, we also see a detail on what Sarge meant last chapter when she said that you will never be able to beat Asashi because of the knife techniques. Well, it turns out that Asashi's superhuman skill is basically what is that word I was looking for? I want to say a stronger Mimisaka, but then again, Mimisaka was scum, but got redemption. This guy Asashi is scum beyond scum, and he deserves to die like scum. So I will just call that thieving Mimisaka skill. So basically what happens on that channel is that the battle all starts. Everyone is very anticipated as many mafia bosses sees all that. And Asashi makes a bet is the fact that if I win, will you give me your knife? So well either, and as the mafia bosses all see that one, the rest of them wonders how Tsukasa is gonna do. As he learns of the many different techniques, the cookings all starts, and we finally see Asashi's cooking, revealing that he has a large arsenal of knives. He collected, after all, Yochiro's knife, and it turns out that is the basic of his cooking, because it turns out that from everyone he has defeated, he has taken a piece of knife from them. So, and by doing so, he is in a way, how do you put this word? He's in a way stealing their techniques. As you know, Mimisaka is basically like a method actor. He learns everything there is to know about a person and therefore mimics that person and then just slightly improves to make the same recipe. A copycat improver, so to speak. Asashi is almost similar, except it's a different thing. He doesn't need, for some reason, he doesn't need to learn everything about a person. All he needs to do is to steal a knife from a dark chef, and or any chef on the matter. And by doing so, he is basically transforming their techniques into his own. So what the reason why Sarge means is that Soma has no snowball chance in hell of beating Asashi is because technically it's not Asashi Soma is fighting. It is all of the different chefs Asashi has beaten, all mixed together in a way. And that is Asashi's true strength. A superhuman ability unique to Asashi. No freaking way how that makes sense. I mean, how can someone just be good just by copying their spirits into the knives? I mean, granted, however, a cook's knife is, well, their most prized possession. But I do find this pretty aggravating. They explain it's like it's a process that causes the ability of his opponent to be absorbed into the essence of Asashi's body. And when many and two such ability cross, the power is multiplied, as I said before. So in a way, but even as amazing as strong as that ability is, I actually believe that Asashi is not a great cook. Yes, he, of course, making all that is a great cook, but if you think about it, that just means he has no own cooking style. He has none. He doesn't even have his own speciality. All he has is stealing from others by copying them. In a way, yes, I know that is his own style because it's basically merging everyone into else. But the fact that he enjoys taking them from others just to become that person also goes very well with his twisted personality where he once said that he wished he was Soma. It's his own desire of becoming a person he is not. Asashi, you really are mentally ill. Either way, the food is serving and Asashi is made the victor, much to Tsukasa's shock. Don't get me wrong, I do not a single bit feels sympathy for Tsukasa. He is arrogant and he is scum, but Asashi is below scum. It's even more noting that now actually Soma realizes why Asashi never took his knife when he beat him in the cooking duel. As I said before, Asashi do not recognize Soma's cooking skill, even though he secretly wants to be Soma. Basically, by not taking Soma's kitchen knife, he's basically saying, "You have no skill, therefore you're not worth my time." Soma then meets Erina, who for some reason actually looks pretty troubled and doesn't even talk to him. Is Asashi slowly slipping into her heart to make her hesitate? I have a feeling yes. But then the chapter ends with despair, and I'm just saying, this chapter was despair enough. Are you once again gonna let that character loose? Well, either way, if this is Asashi's power, then that's not really good. That means he's gonna face off against Megumi and Takumi, and then defeat them like that. So yeah, so what Sarge said is true. How can Soma defeat someone who can basically become multiple persons at once? Well, technically he beat Mimisaka because he never stopped thinking on how to improve the recipe. Mimisaka only went as further as he could think of what Soma would do. So maybe the key to defeating Asashi is basically to know every single opponent he is about to face. And if he defeats Megumi and Takumi, then that basically means that he knows how they cook and he can counter that. I don't know. Either way, Takumi is somehow in trouble. It's not explained what kind of trouble. It doesn't mean if he's on the losing end of losing the fight or if the dark chefs are actually using underhanded techniques in order to prevent him from participating in the fight. I hope number two, because that just once again will prove to what I have always said. Dog chefs are scum and they will die like scum and also are not fighting fairly. Well, that's basically the chapter. Once again, a chapter of Shokugeki no Soma that pissed me off. But I do believe we have actually seen what Asashi once again really is. He is not his own person because he's desperately trying to be others. Give me your thoughts if you have any.